Hey you guys, we are very excited to announce something very special that we honestly thought would never happen again.
Complete miracle, it really is, and we're excited to tell you the story behind it, because I think this whole past year for many people has been a roller coaster.
The past year, I just really struggled with different health problems. We didn't think it was possible that we could have kids, and that's what the doctors had told us, that it was like not gonna happen.
Very small chance, they would.
So I prayed. I said, God, I know this is asking a lot, and it almost seemed a little selfish on my part just because we already had 4 kids, and of course we loved our kids, and
Hey guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It is Wednesday, August 25th, and I hope you're having a good day. Erin Bates is pregnant, you guys. I am actually kind of surprised. This is really shocking news given everything she has gone through. And she and her husband Chad made the announcement on her Instagram, and then they uploaded a video onto their YouTube channel. If you follow along with the Bates, you know that there has been this ongoing struggle with Erin over the last year. She had some serious health complications. In fact, she came down with COVID twice, and she had at one point stated that this had impacted her ovaries, and she was having some internal bleeding and had some cysts rupturing, and she had to undergo 3 separate surgeries. And she also had talked with doctors about potentially having a full hysterectomy because of all of the complications she was experiencing. She's a mother to 4 already, and so a lot of people were, sad for her, but at the same time they were like, well, this is great. She still has got her 4 babies. Everything is fine. So her announcement, which seemingly should be amazingly happy, the video actually, it appears as though Chad is pretty tense. So let me tell you what she said on her Instagram, and then I'll show you a clip of how the video played out on YouTube. So she said, "Yes, we are expecting and still pinching ourselves to see if it's real. God is so good. Please see the link in our bio to watch the video in all the details." So this was liked by lots of people, obviously very surprised. Her sisters and Lawson and her sister-in-laws and her parents all chimed in. Her parents said, "Amazing, God is so good, praise him, congratulations from you all," from Nathan. And Josie said, "So happy for you all." So people were obviously very surprised because, one, she had just undergone all of these medical complications, and so people were like, whoa, is this safe? What's happening here? So in her video, she further expanded on that, and then also you can see how Chad's reaction to all of this is.
And so we ended up going to see a fertility specialist that specialized in hormones, and we actually weren't seeing him even for fertility reasons. It was just to try to get all the tests done to figure out where my body was and balance that out. I think Chad was more nervous at that point. He was just like,
when she told me, I was excited. I've always been excited with every baby, but this one's a little different. Definitely excited, but really nervous and scared with all the complications that she's had this past year, and just wondering how that might, just the unknown, how that's going to affect this pregnancy and her, because she is of utmost priority, and so I am, definitely a little nervous on this one.
So you can tell that Chad is concerned because he says that she is the utmost priority, and that, he is nervous and anxious and concerned after everything that she has gone through. She had said that they went to a fertility doctor to get her hormones in check, and that she was going into menopause. And now she's pregnant, and she says that she is praising God for that. Now, my question is that did the fertility doctor potentially help her get pregnant with this child after everything she had gone through? Because she had gone through all of these situations in less than a year. And I looked back at her Instagram to see what was going on with her. She had started posting about some of her issues back in October. So the very first post, which had a lot of people concerned because they thought it might have been related to COVID or something, was one that was on October 5th. And it said, "Sometimes God takes us down a path we would have never chosen. During the dark times, it seems all we can focus on is our trial or hardship. But true peace is found in when we take our eyes off the difficulty and put our focus on the one who has the answer to the problem. The one who sees the bigger picture, the one who knows where the road is going to take us. Although everything inside us is screaming out for an answer to what we're facing, it is there we have to just take in to him. Let go and let God. When there seems to be no solution, he can calm our aching hearts." And so she had just like asked people to pray for her. I won't read the whole caption. And then on October 26th, she posted this. "Thank you all for your love and prayers you have shown over the past few months. In August, I tested positive for COVID and have had a tough time recovering, but thank the Lord, I've been feeling much better already. It's been a long journey, and I'm just grateful for the doctors and friends and family who've been there and so helpful for it. I feel extremely blessed to have a wonderful support system, and I can't imagine those who are going through hard things all alone. We need each other, and more than anything, we need Jesus in the storms we face. He can bring us peace in the heart of the mist." And then she thanked her husband. In February, on February 7th, she shared this update. "I know I have not been on social media much the past few months, and I thought I would share a little that has been happening lately in our family. I have had 3 surgeries over the last few months." So this was in February. "Due to cysts that have ruptured and caused a lot of internal bleeding. I ended up having to have 1 ovary removed and most of my second removed as well. It's been scary and really discouraging at times, but we have been so grateful for the medical doctors who have helped us navigate through those uncertainties. God has helped our hands through it and has given us peace and strength that we cannot explain. We have found that his mercies are definitely new every morning. Chad has been such a hero to me. He has been pampered and waited on me hand and foot all day and all night. He has been so patient and caring, and he's not too shabby as a cook. And for better than me at laundry, and for sure better than me at laundry and mopping and dishes and blah, blah, blah." So he gets love notes and everything, so I won't read the whole thing, but she says that she has had 3 surgeries, and that was in February over the last several months. So obviously there was a lot of surprise with this announcement, because she's basically said that I had a lot of internal bleeding, I had cysts rupturing, I only had 1/3 of an ovary left, I was almost going into menopause, I went to this fertility doctor, and praise God, I'm pregnant. Now, in the video, she seemed super excited and super happy, and honestly, I just sort of felt scared, because in the IBLP, and I know people will say that Erin and Chad have disconnected themselves from the Institute in Basic Life Principles. And I think, yes, maybe they have disassociated with it publicly. Both of their dads are on the board, and both of them grew up in a fundamentalist family, right? And the way that Erin was brought up, she is supposed to be breeding as many children as possible. Her calling is to have as many kids as she can. And a sign of like her faithfulness is the number of children that she brings into the world for God. And so women are often constantly wanting to get pregnant and have babies, and every time a baby is born in the Institute in Basic Life Principles, there is like this huge excitement, because a woman is fulfilling her duty as a woman. And so when women have so much pressure on themselves to constantly have babies, and that they believe that their eternity depends on being a mother to as many children as possible, and you start to think about logically the risks that she is going through right now, it's kind of scary. This is not the first mother that's, we've covered on this channel that has had tricky pregnancies. Jessa, who's had postpartum bleeding. There has been Christina Caldwell, who's had very, very complicated births, and she's had 9 children. Michelle Duggar had 19 kids, and some of her births towards the end were very, very risky and very, very scary, with Josie being her last child born as a micropreemie. The body can only take so much, and when there's high risks with these births, you start to get really scared, because not only does she have the internal bleeding problem, she also has a clotting disorder while she's pregnant, so she has to take shots for that. And she's gone through so much this past year that you just worry that she doesn't lose her life as a result. Like, she's got 4 little ones that need her. And so my hope is that, yes, that everything goes off well. I hope she's able to get through this pregnancy successfully. She and the baby are healthy. But I also hope that if there's a doctor that's helping her have kids, given all of these risks, that at some point they just tell her it's enough. You can't stop the trajectory of her third of an ovary. I don't know if she took some eggs out in the hopes to have more children, but at some point you have to do what's right for yourself and think about yourself. And women that grow up in this cult are not told to think about themselves because that's selfish. So they will put themselves at risk because they're never, it's like God first, then others, then self. And so when you are the last priority, your needs and wants and desires and your own health are not the priority for yourself, because that would be selfish. So it's just scary. Congratulations to them, though. It's very obvious that Chad is very scared, but he also chose to have relations with her, which got her pregnant. So while he might be nervous, he also plays responsibility in this too. At the end of the day, I hope someone in her life will like gently say, like, this is great. You can have your last baby now. Everything's good. Now let's take care of your body and let your body rest. And I'm so scared for her, you guys. And I wish her the best. And I know it's an exciting time for her, but I'm sure there's a lot of people in her life right now that might be a little bit edgy. So what are your thoughts about this? Tell me in the comments below. Bye, guys.